Let's check first. This for my Instagram one. Okay, good. So every time when you want to run the same command, you just put the up arrow. Okay. So this time show sticks. If I put this one A side, blah blah blah, I don't have to repeat every time. So I just use A side, show that all the selection will be shown as sticks. Okay? Done? Yeah. So you know how to do right click, right button, and then you drag. And you can see all the sticks already. So far so good. Try to finish this one in 10 more minutes, then we'll move on to the next one. Okay. You just click on the man and you mark it. One more command, you will disappear.
What's this?
Right button, and then you drag. Oh, yes, okay. Thank you. Okay, now you can see if I zoom, you can see again the color it has.
What's hot?
The default usually nitrogen is blue, oxygen is red, and then for this one, the phosphate the orange is P. P is orange, and for carbon, for this is green. Okay, so when you look at this one, it's a little bit difficult to see. Like everything is green. You don't know how to see like which is ligand, which is protein. So we can change. We can change the color. Color pink. I like pink. Color pink. B and name C plus. Okay. Color pink. Or whatever, if you want yellow, also can yellow, black, white, whatever color you like. So this kind of selection is selection done. Color pink. Can you see now your ligands are pink? The carbon of your ligand, the carbon C atoms of your ligand are pink, right? If you don't like pink, you hate pink.
怎么放大？
你按这边，然后上一下就好了。
Yes, if you done, I will explain why, how the selection. Okay, for selection, you know already chain.
没有。
Chain A. Alright? Then you know already rest name. RESN. Just now the other one, rest name. Okay. So another way of that rest name means the whole selection of, let's say, one residue. Glycine. Everyone likes glycine. So let's say glycine. You put rest name glycine, GLY, you will select all the atoms inside. But what if you just want to choose one atom from the glycine? Again, you will remember our the PDB file. Every atom has a name. So when you talk about one atom, it's very specific. One atom inside tryptophan. When you say D, chain D, it's all the atoms inside chain D. When you talk about tryptophan, or you say about the 509, residue 509, it's all the atoms inside this residue. inside this residue, there are so many atoms. Every atom has a different name. Remember, we have the C, then C alpha, beta, gamma. Then you have, for tryptophan, it's more complicated, so you have CD1, CD2, everything. So when you want to choose, let's say, this atom, you have to say name CD2, chain D, and then name, rest name TLP, in order to choose this atom. Okay. So when to choose a D chain, you put chain D. When you want to choose tryptophan, you put rest name RDSN. Then when you want to choose an atom, you just put name. Name means you select the atom. All the atoms, if they are covered, they will definitely start. After that, like positional alpha, beta, gamma, delta. So we want to choose all the C carbon. So this one asterisk is like wild card, anything. So anything, any name start with C will be chosen. You can see carbon, and all this is the protein carbon. Okay, all right. What's the good? Instead of zoom A, now instead of zoom A, you have to change the zoom A to, let's say you want zoom the ligand, you zoom ligand. Okay. Just now we have zoom chain A, right? Instead of zoom chain A, I select zoom ligand. Ligand is the one we selected already, right? So far so good lah. This one is easier. Then when you want the A, it zoom. Okay lah, it's also zoom the ligand lah. So remember, for the G6PD, there are two NADPH. This is the catalytic one, NADPH, which is involved in the reaction. And this one is the structural one, which binds here and will induce a conformation change of the enzyme to increase the affinity for G6P, for the sugar. Okay. So when you look at this one, can you still remember the reaction? So far so good. Okay, the next command is the most useful. Let me just try to run and see. Okay, the next command will show you all the bond between the ligands and the active site. Okay, distance. Okay, distance. Distance actually is the command to show the distance between two atoms. Alright. That always fast. That. That. Okay, so the meaning of this command is you distance, actually this is just a name. Whatever name you want, you can give it lah. Then first selection is the A side, second selection is London. So we want to see the distance between them. And then 3.2 is maximum length. If you put 10, there will be many atoms. There will, for any pair of atoms, definitely there will be a there. Okay? We don't want to see distance more longer than 3.2. Anything longer than 3.2 is no longer a bond. They are just far away from each other. So we set the limit is up to 3.2. Okay? And then mode equal to, this mode 2 is just because we don't want to see the distances between. What we want to see is hydrogen bond. Bond is O or the hydrogen bond. Between O and O, then N and O. Okay? So when you look at this one, you can see how actually the atom, how the enzyme binds, recognize this one. And you can see it's like the hand in the glove. It is very specific. You can see all here. We cannot see H, but we have to guess H. For the sugar, all the sugar here is OH, 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 OH. For glucose, E6PD, this is glucose 6 phosphate. Can anyone tell me the structure of glucose? The glucose structure is inside here, but for this, it has extra phosphate. So everyone loves glucose, right? Sweet. So the real glucose actually is this, only up to this O, without this one. Alright. So this is the first time you look at the structure of glucose, the real structure of glucose instead of the 2D one. So this is the 3D one. So we know glucose, maltose, some of them the OH is up, some of them is down, this is down, sometimes up. So you can see sometimes just one OH, if this OH is down, it cannot bind already. For this, if it's down, it'll be like clashing with something here. So other sugars, nice depending. Okay, and again, this one because you have the phosphate, so it specifically recognizes glucose 6 phosphate. If without the phosphate, you only have glucose. Of course, the glucose also can come in and bind, but not. When it come in, you have space here, so you'll be like very loose, not so strong. Okay, this is the glucose.
就是你的这个复制到给我发一下，我感觉我哪里可能出问题。
Yeah, this is the first one for changing.
It's only leaf, right? For the Zoom V, I add RESC. Just now it's the RES name, RESN. It's residue name. This one is residue ID. So every residue has a number. When we put leaf, how many molecules inside leaf? When we choose leaf, three, right? Three molecules. But the other NADPH we don't want to see. When we zoom three of them. The other one we don't want to see, we just want to see the two which are involved in the reaction. So the two, they are Resi ID 601 and 603. 601 is the NADP one, the first NADP one. Second NADPH is 602, which we don't want to see. We don't want to zoom. And then the third glucose 6-phosphate is 603. Okay, so when you click this one through, now when you run the command, you can see, okay, we are zoom, we just center on these two. Okay? Okay. So now, go back. Now, a simple exercise. Can you remember the reaction for this one is since you are 20 answer, come and between time you have to answer. Now, not sleepy already. Remember, the reaction is first, we have the histidine. This histidine will be activated by the aspartic acid, and then this histidine will attack this OH of the G6P, glucose 6-phosphate. And then at the same time, the NADP will grab another H from this. Okay, now we really have the structure. From the structure, I want you to pinpoint where this is. This histidine. This histidine. Can you find where this, which histidine is this? Which is this histidine? If we can find it, 2 minutes. Better. Can find? You want to ask anyone? No cheating? Done. Done. Can you find this? Is meaning done. Which one? Remember, your histidine must be green, not pink. So, which part are you talking about? This one is which part? Okay, two things. I want you to find this ring, the histidine ring. Another one is the ring of this NADP. Find these two. You can find them, no extra points, but if you cannot find them, minus 2.
Press 2 again.
Minus 1. Okay. GCD. Okay. First, find where G6P is. You already know G6P, right? Then you know the G6P, the phosphate group, you already know, right? Just now I showed you the G6P phosphate group. So before you find these two, first find where is this? The G6P, the C1. This is C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6. Okay? Glucose has 6 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know the phosphate group, I showed you already. Hey, why you don't do yourself? You're a supervising group, so you're like supervisor.
He's lost.
You're lost.
Yes, he's lost.
Do you understand what I say?
Uh,
If you cannot find, I will deduct you 10 marks. So. You know this one, right? Okay, I'll show you again this one.
这个万
Pardon?
the command not unrecognized.
This one. Okay, have this one you zoom already, right? Remember our ligand. Oh. Okay, we do another command, one extra command.
不是，我是因为，对啊，
See, I want to be more. Let's see what.
我不知道啊，就他们说话，然后他们已经不太好知道，我发现也是。
After this, you will know how to do. Okay, I add one more command. Now, let's say you this one pink ligand, the lead selection. We have 3 ligands, right? 3 molecules. We color all pink. Then the second one, I just want to color our G6P, the phosphate,
什么
yellow.
东西？
So you have to put lead, and then the G6P we know is Resi603, and name C plus. Okay? I don't check it. Pardon?
Let me see. 它这补空格，这个补空格可以吗？我这个补空格可以吗？
这你是卡在哪里？
外边老看在哪里？这什么玩意儿？哦，不是，我不知道卡在哪里啊，所以很有问题啊。
Okay, each one
我
will
不
have
知道卡在哪里。
no, two charts.
没事，你先找。
You tell me which one.
先完成层证。
If you can find
哎，
我因为你说可以，
什么玩意儿？
yes, this is correct because we only
你的命令，你的命令更有问题。好在我还是绿的。我还是换回我的命令吧。
okay. There's only one way. I mean, this one you done already, right? Okay. Oh, what time is it? I almost forgot about you. You only have 1 more hour. Cannot. I just tell you the answer. We want it back to much.
唉，
I just can see one ring here.
Okay, come. Now, you look at my histidine. Can you see it? Oh. Okay.
Color the wrong.
No. This is the histidine. This is glucose.
G6P.
Okay, sure. G6P. So, how to see the number? for glucose, it's very easy. Remember, always the 1 always start next to the O. Next to this O, then this is 1 already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the tier. Alright? So this is 1. And then we know already the histidine is going to attack this 1. Alright? Okay? And then there are 2 histidine. Now I narrow it down. So which one do you think will attack this? Tier.
黄色的。6 tree.
This is not attacking the C, attacking the O1. It's O1.
Two, 6, 3. No.啥意思呢？Color yellow.
Color white. Resi 263 and chain A. If you cannot see, you don't know which one, you just add one more. You color the Resi 263 and chain A white. Then when you see white, you know already that is the. Come, let's be talk your comment. Later I'll post in the e-learning for you all. Okay? If you want to copy now, I have to.
我现
那一人给你，
If I
我现在就想拷贝，算了，
我可以给你消息一下。你
受不了了
给你
直接从这边传
I just start finding. Okay, Anna.
这个简单
Yes, the one color.
I forgot to put the item C only.
哦，对哦，我也是
Okay,
受不了。
Chain A and name C sharp 啦。
不能开吧？
OK， 我试一下。我试一下。
我这个 method 是我
这是
你的
你的 few
记
commands
得 description 来的，
哎
记得解说，那么
你只有这一点啊？
Okay, now you know how it
你不用记事本啊，直接哦，可以用这种记事本吗？就是
which command? Oh, I just color it white. I just color the 263 white so you can see it. Because many
对
cannot find it right.
600节，
Now you can find it right. Happy. See?
我就想知道，所以我也不知道哪里出问题。
So actually, what I want you to learn from this
让
lesson
我
is
保
to
存。
see really what is attacking what. Usually when you look at the textbook, you just 2D. You have no idea when you look at 3D, how it looks like in 3D. And in 3D is totally different. This, let's say if this bond is up, glucose Glucose we have alpha and beta, right? Another type of glucose, this bond actually is up. So for glucose with this bond up, cannot be attacked by this histidine. So you can see how
姐姐拯救了我们大家。
how
我说你拯救了我们3个人。
specific the protein is. If E is up, it's down, it's down. If only one slight different up, it cannot recognize already. Okay, now, so we know already, so actually that's another H here. That's one H, but we do not show it. It's not shown here lah, H.
哎，让我瞧瞧，这是什么东西？
Never mind. There's one H here. Actually, this is the ring of the NADPH, which is going to the H of the proton from this C. Okay? Done. Alright? We have to move on. If not, we cannot go back before 9. Everything done. Fine. I will put the command in. So inside it has only one RNA. Okay, it contains a single strand of RNA coding to long overlapping ORF. You know ORF, yeah? Open.
Reading.
Okay. ORA, ORF1A and ORF1B and several other ORF. Alright? So ORF1A is translated into an SPS non-structural protein. It is a viral protein which is not incorporated into the viral particle. So inside the viral particle, the protein is not there. So we call it non-structural protein like polymerase, which is used to synthesize the RNA, but inside the viral particle is not there. There are some other proteins which is inside the particle but not here. Okay, so this is the RNA. So RNA immediately can be translated into protein. So when the ribosome will read this one, the ORF1A first read until here, and it will generate this 11 polyprotein with 11 proteins inside. Okay, then so sometimes when it read here, there's a stop codon here, but sometimes because of a -1 ribosomal frame shift, it will keep reading until ORF1B. Okay, the frame shift will allow translation to continue into ORF1B to give a polyprotein of 16 NSPS. So when it starts reading until here, it will give 16 proteins, polyproteins. Okay. Alright, so far so good. Okay, this is all the proteins and the NSPS is important for replicating new viruses. Okay, they are like methyltransferase, polymerase helicase. All these are the NSPS non-structural proteins not found in the particles, but these are proteins that will form the viral particles. This one is very famous the spike protein everyone knows it then we have envelope protein, membrane protein all these things. These proteins, they are not calling, they are individual proteins, but these, the blue one, they are all there are two proteases. Okay, one NSP number 3 and NSP number 5. They cleave the polyproteins into 16 functional NSPS. Okay, all these proteins will be cleaved into individual proteins. And today, what we are going to look at is this protein. The whole world, everyone is trying to find an inhibitor. If you can really find a good inhibitor, you'll become millionaire. Everyone, just buy one from you. Consider the whole world. So for proteases, it will bind peptides, right? So in order, so the subsite, the catalytic site will bind several amino acid residues. So the active site of a protein is made up of subsites. Active site, inside we have subsites, okay? Each of which will bind an amino acid residue of the polypeptide substrate. Alright? This one is very easy, just the naming. So this subsite of the protein, is called S, S1, S2, all. And then the residues is named P1, P2, P3. Okay? We have S and P. Then the cleavage site, usually we define if this is the place, this is the bond that is to be cleaved, then this is N-terminal, C-terminal. So we will call this site as P1 and this as P1 dash. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright? This is the way we name it. So when in paper, they will explain, okay, P1 site is what, P2, S1 site is what. Alright? Okay, this is the reaction. Of course, you don't need to understand this, you don't need to memorize this for the the histidine residue is converted into a potent nucleophile by his histidine residue. This one, the histidine again, this one will activate the SH, it will grab the hydrogen, then S will become negative and it become histidine will attack the peptide bond and forms an unstable tetrahedral intermediate. It will attack this one, then it will form a bond with this C, and this is the intermediate tetrahedral, four bonds, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's an intermediate with a negative charge. So it has a negative charge now. This is stabilized by interaction with the oxyanion in the enzyme, which will stabilize this one. So literally, where it to generate acyl enzyme. So this one immediately is not stable, it will collapse into an acyl enzyme and release part of the product. After that, water molecule come in this part, this go out, there's a space, then water molecule can come in. So a water molecule attacks the carbonyl C atom of the acyl group to form a tetrahedral intermediate again, which breaks down to form the carboxylic acid product. So the water will come in, attack this C, then they form a tetrahedral intermediate again, and this is not stable, so immediately this will break from the enzyme, and this is released. So this protein is broken here. You have this part here, and then this part is coming out here. Alright, so this is how the protease function to break the bond. Okay, confused. Alright, so this is the SARS-CoV-2, the protein. It cleaves mainly between leucine, glycine. Okay, when you look, this is the complex protein with the substrate. Alright, with the cleavage sequence between NSP5 and SP6. Just now you see the polyprotein. So all the polyprotein in between them, that's the peptide sequence which can cleave. So they choose the 5 and 6 for this example. Okay. And I just want to ask. Alright. So can you see? Do you know which is the N-terminal? Of course I know already. The N-terminal is here. So can you guess which is the P1 side? For this, just now we see the histidine. The histidine is here. And then histidine is here. Then the cysteine is supposed to be here, right? But if you put cysteine here, when you crystallize the substrate and the enzyme, you will never see this thing. You will never see this complex. Why? Do you know why? Inside the crystal, inside the structure, if you use the native protein, the native protease, you will never get this complex. Pardon? Yes, because these will be cut. These will be cut into two peptides, and then they won't be able to bind already. So if you use the native, maybe only this portion is inside the active site, or maybe only this portion. You cannot see the whole thing. Usually we use for this case, you mutate the cysteine into alanine. Okay. So actually, this is the one that will be. This is the bond that will be cleaved. This bond will be cleaved. So this will go up. This will go up. So this is cleaved. All right. So just now when we see N terminal, this is cleaved. So this is P1 or P1 dash. N terminal, this is N. So the figure is upside, not upside, it's left side, right. So this is P1. So P1 is here. Interaction between the enzyme and this chain, you can see it's basically main chain, not the chain. You can see this is the main chain, only the main chain that bind with the enzyme, except the P1. For P1, the side chain is also there. Okay, so the enzyme, it can cleave only the glycine, glutamic acid. Glutamic acid, between glutamic acid or glutamic acid, and in front of the glutamic acid, this one can be leucine or can be this one is phenylalanine. Between this glutamic acid and this one is serine. This here can be serine or alanine, but anything bigger cannot go inside maybe. So that is some specificity. The enzyme is also specific in the sense it must recognize a glutamic acid here. And then here must be something smaller, cannot be big. If it's big, it cannot go inside. But the rest, for example, P2 dash, P3 dash, P4 dash, basically can be any sequences because you can see the side chain is here, is exposed, bit space here, bit space here. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, you have to put the double quotation. This one I put mpro mpro dot pml, then quotation mark. Again, I save it on in my desktop. This one mpro. Okay. Initialize. Same command. And then if you download this one, you can write load 7t8n.pdb.
Oh, I know.
So Ah. Okay, can we initialize? Have you have this mpro.pml? Okay. Okay, this time you see, because later we are going to load other PDB. Alright, so when I load the first PDB, I give it a name. I give this structure as Pro1, protein 1, for example, protease 1, protein 1. Yes, yes. We are going to make the new script now. The new script. Just now the script for the G6PD is different already. Because you see, when you put initialize means it did everything inside the PYMOL and then it's the new. If you don't put the reinitialize, you will see all the structure together. Okay, now this time X and pro.pml. Alright, we have this one. You can see it's a love shape. Okay. Because like every time we open, automatically it will open and show you everything. Now it will show you all the water. The red one, the red dot are water, and any other ligands is shown there. So this one sometimes when you crystallize a protein, you use a lot of chemicals. So sometimes those chemicals can be seen in the structure as well. Alright? So we don't want to see it. Then I just put high or show cartoon. Then color. One is green and yellow. Color yellow change. Okay, this is the one. Because this and pro, we know it is a dimer. It's a dimer. So when you open, you color it differently, then it will be easier to see, to visualize. You load it, then again you hide all, hide everything. Then you show cartoon. Is it because of the desktop? Okay. Oh, okay. Then draw PNL, and you can see the desktop. Yeah. So it's oh, oh no, I mean just the boss. It's just shown as a boss because you maybe you fit something on there and you fit. Maybe it's nothing like just a presentation. Show it as ball. Something. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. 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 Okay. Yes, all the see the dot dot dot, the red one, they are molecules. And then for crystallization, to crystallize a protein, we use a lot of chemicals. So sometimes those small chemicals are seen inside the structure as well. No. You have inside the folder already. It's okay. So okay, we can put the up arrow to show you the previous command. Then you just type this command.
Again lah.
You just type the smart again. You run a command again.
嗯？哦，GTM 可以放到桌面上。
You just go back, stay, same one, you go here, then you type add. The name is, you know, this one. Then you got what's the name? Add pro is it? You okay.
Oh.
Okay, now okay. Show cartoon. Show, not shown. You can see usually there must be star.
啊？我下错啊？
你能吗？
应该是能了，但是我下错，我没有下 PDB，妈的！
你刚才刚才那个
像这个应该是
里面的你可以直接拿。
哦，我
它挖在那股里面你可以直接拿。这泼水是谁的那个？你可以直接拿，你直接下载，然后你把它储档在你的 desktop 那边，然后你再开一个，就是你这个直接储存，
你结果你很可以啊。
你直接储存它，然后储存在你的 desktop 那边，然后过后你开一个空档，写这个名字的，然后你把才那个空，把这个空再放进你的这个空档里面，然后你按。在这边让这个
不是我现在的问题是我这个，它是下哪个文件来着？
它是下那个
不是 PDB 吗？
对PDB 啊，它下 PDB 啊。但是我是意思说，你可以不用特地去浪费时间了，它已经发在群组给我们了，你就群组拿就好了。但是它是下 PDB format 来的。去那个 WhatsApp， 对，然后你去我们的这个对。然后你直接另存为哈，我直接放另存吧。
哦，
另存为哪里？
这个
另存为你的
桌面，
你的桌面对桌面，直接放桌面。
我觉得我怎么下了个这么个形式，这个衣服，
这个，
然后就可以直接运行，前面都处理。
你这个你储存好了吗？
好了，
储存好了。
对呀，我觉得是好的。
那出来了，你给它下来，哎，乖乖，转一圈，看。
应该是对的呀。等。
你拿对文件码。
啊？
对吗？对啊，7TB。
不是对的吗？哦，是不是应该先打开这个文件？我是不是应该先打开这个文件？对，我打开。
因为你放小看，来，你给我你的猫。
对啊，因为这边不是没有那个文件。啊，不是。哎，为什么我？
不是你开回以前的，这个是7SNI，你不要开这个。
哎，
你换，你要。
我怎么？
你要 add 7那个 T8M T8M。
是要这样吗？
没事。对。
不是啊，应该是这个啊 ，MPRO 啊。
MPRO 看。MPRO 看。不是，你要让你现在你 add MPRO
I have file like
The
I have a file that with the O inside.
哦，它不用打开，直接就可以看。
He
没事没
download
事，
the
我就
one
说
with
我以为要打
zero.
开那个，
O and zero.
这个可以删除。
Differentiate. I was trying to troubleshoot the whole thing and still finally I found okay. It's supposed to be O not zero. Okay.
OK，
Wow, that is weird. 30 more minutes. So again, we will use the same command as just now.
Just now.
Now, this time, I guess the peptide is color, is what? Oh, color yellow chain B. Okay. The peptide, I guess we can color it pink and then C. Oh, I guess this is different. I guess it's not. Wait, let me see. Okay, good. I can see now. So just now the latest command is this one.
圈 BNMC color pink color yellow。
I just change the color lah. So now the substrate peptide is chain C. So you name it differently, easier to see lah. You have to put the name C star. If you don't put this one, all the
C.
oxygen, nitrogen, everything will become pink and difficult to see lah.
Let me see.
Differentiate.
Let me see. And 上一
We have
个
to be a little bit
go
faster because everyone wants to go there.
pink and yellow。哦，yellow 没有变。有啊有啊有，有一条。
If you don't mind to go back at night,
你看这里
go, I can do a
这里
little bit slow.
我是青色的那个。
啊？这就不知道了。
You okay? Okay, now those who are done already, you can just try to find where the serine. No, this one is not serine because serine. This one is. You try to find the histidine that activate the cysteine. For this one, for this structure, the cysteine is mutated to alanine. Okay. You try to find where is P1. P1.
P1
P1.
啊
You？can you
什么是
can
P1？
you can see the slide again. Shows P1. Oh, I have to.
哦，
Are you minus 5 marks already? Okay. You try to troubleshoot yourself. What's that? You want to troubleshoot yourself or you want me to help you? If you want me to help you, minus 10 marks. Can. What's the problem now?
P1
I'm already actually. So far I can see absolute one.
啊？
Okay. So let's
这你咋找的？
okay.
这咋找的？
看他们的双就是什么字。
If you type, okay. Now, feel to open this file. Where
啊，
is
是要点吗？
78 MPDB, where is it? You cannot find. So you have to put it on the one. Okay. No. I mean the PGB file. You have to put inside the same folder and this document file. Can you show me? Where is the PGB? I was really, I'm really busy.
让录版。
You see, I'm here troubleshooting where your folder is, where your file is. which typo you made. How we can find where is P1? Ah, okay, you can show sticks. You know the command for sticks, right? Show stick, change stick. Now you need to type, you need to show the stick side, if not you cannot keep, because the structure is only alpha, helix, and loop. So can you show sticks? Show them sticks without me telling you how to do the command we have learned already. Just a few minutes ago. Yes, okay, good. Slide. Okay. Wait. So once you can then again that's one command. What's that? Receive.
Resi one, the 145,
What is rest? Rest one. This is one or I. Cannot see. Maybe it's I. What? Change. Okay, good. But you have to show sticks. This is cartoon. Show sticks. Do you know the command for show sticks? Show sticks. Okay, those who are fast, we just one more extra command. You look at your, just now we have a command. Distance, the distance command will show the ball. Okay. Then so you have a command that to select residues which are close to a group of residues. Near to, that is one command, select near 3.2 Armstrong, near to 3.2 Armstrong of AC. Okay, try to use the command for those who are fast enough before I show you the command. Okay, three of you are fast. Okay, use the command. Select inside. Just not the command, we use now select inside. What's the command? And rest. When you use the command select, when you put select, after that you give it a name for your selection. So that name you can change. So I put LIG because I want to select all the items. So I put select LIG, then the selection. So LIG is the name for the selection. So any LIG, I don't need to put all the command. Change blah blah blah, that's the name. Troubleshoot, good. Steve, you can troubleshoot yourself. You need to define this one. Yes. Now you know the substrate, substrate okay. Right, okay, Overlap A side, let's say I put A side in A side me and this side. All near, wow, if I can remember, nice. Near to 3.2 or chain C. Oh, C. Yeah. Shows this A side or chain C. Oh. Okay, I'm not going to show you the command. I just show you what I've done.
Please show.
You see? I want to see if you are as smart as me.
Chain C. Oh,
Zoom.
Shifting MC and second C.
Oh, you got the hint. Oh, you are cheating. Alright, okay. Can you show this one? We will finish around 8:15 lah. A little bit late lah.
学历这个话是上层。
Why cannot?
You want to see, you want to look at my commands?
But
Or you want to try yourself?
same one.
I guess this one for the chain C, you don't need to show the cartoon. It's so complicated. Show cartoon. You see? Chain C. See? New command. Okay, I'll show you the command. When you show the cartoon, the chain C, you see cartoon, you see sticks, it's quite confusing. So you disable it. When you want to disable it, I mean like another one, show cartoon, not chain C. So except chain C, every chain will be shown as cartoon, except chain C. Alright? So actually you can see computer language is very simple. Very straightforward. It's not like women. Difficult to understand. Okay, some men also very difficult to understand. My IV. Okay. Okay, sure. Those we need to go for what? Praying, or maybe we take 5-10 minutes of break. I'm not going to show all the commands. I show you up to here. The rest one you do yourself. Select A side. Why and what? I'm not here to troubleshoot your typo. Obviously, I guess this must be a typo. Selection, atoms. Minus 10 mark. I purposely want to show this one and you want to see. You are cheating.
让我看一下后面啊。
Okay, I'll show you. Alright.
There's no any.
We didn't show a command that follows you because
Pardon?
like I I did like show the sticks and everything, but then I forgot you deleted my command, so I couldn't find the sticks of the chain C.
This one you use to show stick, so A side of chain C. Then you get something like this one.
A side.
A side, because A side is I want to choose something residue which are 3.2 Armstrong, within 3.2 Armstrong of my chain C. Chain C is the substrate. Okay, chain C is substrate. We have the chain C. Then you want to see the histidine, the serine, everything that bind to it.
When you put all in the computer, when you choose
Which one? This one all.
the A
Zoom.
side or chain.
So if you put A side and chain C, there are no atoms which are A side at the same time chain C. A side is chain A, right? You cannot choose one atom is chain A as well as chain C. So you can put, it must be either this or this. Okay? Either you or me. Cannot be you and me. I mean, like when you say you and me, how do I say? And you want it automatic try. That's computer. Computer means the selection has a name. This atom is chain A. This atom is chain B. When you say A and B, you see this one chain C and means there inside chain C there are atoms with the name C. If you say chain C and chain A means inside chain C, they try to find chain A inside chain C. But you cannot find it. So you cannot say chain C and chain A. Chain C or chain A.
So the order equal and equal will come out.
Not to do this one. If this one you put before flat inside, it won't work. If this zoom you put here, the A side, you haven't defined A side, then you are asking it to zoom A side, then it won't work. So sometimes you have to follow the sequencer. Once you define A side, then you can use A side, A side, A side. Before you define your contact, you can use A side. This term is equal to C. But don't show you have to have a fix for inside and B side. We only have for the substrate. We want to show the A side. You also don't have the okay, you have it. Okay, those who have done it, try to find histidine. Histidine what are? Histidine. So histidine. Histidine 41, 41145. Okay, for this one, you know one is 41145. Histidine for 1 and 145, see? And then the 16. We want 145 and 41. Then you try to identify it, but in the crystal, in the structure, 145 is mutated to alanine. It's alanine. Anyone hungry? Two, Okay, histidine is the enzyme.
这个是前十一是的嘛，所以它那个前面是反向。前十一是吧？对。
Before it, first one, then the other is more extra mark. Wow, so and then the second person also. Let's find the P1. Don't mind. I'll zoom anything. Yes. You can try to show the bonding, the bonding. This bond is because there's water inside. Okay, next. Can you find the P1? P1, the enzyme is specific. The enzyme is very specific. It recognizes P1, which is a glutamic acid. No, it's not glutamic acid, it's a glutamic. Is it glutamic or glutamic acid? Glutamic. So can you find P1? P1 is the glutamic. Glutamic, not acid. Huh? Do one by one. Glutamic. P1.
Glutamic 哪里显示它孤大不孤大命呢？让我看一下啊。我能通过形状找到 P1，但是不能这么做呀。阿宝不可以，孤大命。
He wants to understand what it is.
Six.
See. Okay. Not like that.
我知道是那个，但是
I'm troubleshooting now. Okay, done. Now we are going to find P1. Can you find P1? Can you show the bonds? Everyone is here already. Okay. Can you show the bonds? Okay lah, I show you the commands as well lah. I show you everything, then you have to find where histidine is. So you done select already, right? Select this one, then show stick. Okay. Zoom A side or change C. After that, distance. This is the command. No. You find P1, you found already. Oh.
Let me see. Wow.
Minus 2. Minus 1. 1. P1. Oh. Minus 3 times. Okay, wait and see. Right. Okay.
他的意思就要找3.2的那个。
Can you show the distance?
这个，这是它的 previous site， 找这个 P1，
Which one?
就是这个
Okay.
对，
啊
先
，X one.
所以它那个编码不一样。
This is
Okay, now you look at E. P1 is here. This is P1.
Yeah.
Finally found it. So P1 is the only amino acid whose side chain is recognized. Okay. This is P1. P1 is 210. Okay. You can see it's bound to one histidine here, and then another. This is the side chain, the main. positive. And inside the positive is an enzyme can neutralize this one. Okay, and that is the so-called oxy-anion hole. Can you find this oxy-anion hole? Find it extra one part. Can you find it? 5 minutes, huh? 5 minutes. These are the other you really need to find out the oxy-anion hole. This one is this one. This is a tetramer, intermediate. Our structure is this structure. Okay, the structure is the enzyme and the substrate. So once it binds, it becomes the tetramer, not tetramer, tetrahydral intermediate. So we want to see how this negative charge is stabilized by the enzyme. The intermediate is once you click it, now the structure is again our structure is this one, enzyme plus substrate. So this S will attack this one and form a intermediate. This intermediate is minus charge, negatively charged. Then we want to look at the enzyme, how the enzyme neutralize this negative charge. Okay. Anyone can find it? Who can find it? Maybe if you find it, maybe you will treat them this one. Okay. One pack of snacks. One packet of snacks. Here. Here. This is P1. This is P1. You don't find P1. X chain P1 is recognized. Chain chain type is D as this. The backbone, so if the only one, the side chain is recognized. So this enzyme can only cleave between glutamic acid and styrene. So you take this and find this. Now you want to find the oxy-anion hole. Intermediate. You look at this one. Huh?
Huh?
P1.
Yeah.
P1. The end of the P1 go out. The end will go out, pop, 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 go out. This is the end. The P1, this is P1. Where is the O of P1? The O of P1 and the end of P1. Okay, come and show them.
Oh.
This is P1.
It's QR.
Because we are running out of information. Okay, no snacks. Pause. Okay, this is P1.
Yeah.
P1.
Yeah.
So actually, this is aligning. Supposed to be 16. If it's 16, it's longer. And the bond which will be cleaved is this. Okay? This will be cleaved. Once it cleaves, the whole thing will go up. Okay? Once it cleaves, the system will form a tetra intermediate with this thing. Okay? It will form an intermediate with this thing, and this is the negative charge. So you can see a lot of hydrogens, nitrogen. Nitrogen is here to stabilize this one. So this is the oxy anion hole. Alright? Okay.
Sorry.
So you need the first I name it as Pro 1, Pro 1. Second, I name it as Pro 2, the second PDE here. So you want to superimpose them. So the Pro 1 will be the one is the reference which is not moving. Then you move Pro 2 onto Pro 1. Okay? Then inside they have many chains. change A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So I just choose change one and change one. Then I change A. Okay? Oh. Okay 了。呼是。
看七总动员。
Did you discuss? I will use one keyword in the day. Here, not there.
真青涩。
Done. Okay, good. This one, this command is very fast, it's very simple, right? Okay? So if you have done this successfully, you can smile.
Oh, good.
Okay, then you'll see this one. For WI. So just now we have this structure, you know what this structure is? This structure is the structure with this nematrabia. This one, this is from Pfizer, you can buy it from, can we buy it now? This is the drug, the inhibitor that will inhibit this protease. Okay, what's here? Just now I say what for? For WI. For WI. Color, what should I put? White. No, I put silver. Okay, so the residue name for this, for this one, this is the inhibitor. If you click here, Pro 1, you can close Pro. Oops. You can just show this, and you can see how the inhibitor bind. This is supposed to be serine. So if serine is longer, then the serine side chain can attack this one. It can attack here and then break this one. Okay. Now this is alanine. Now you can see this is serine. Okay. For the complex, the second PDB is the complex with the drug, with the inhibitor. And the inhibitor actually is a covalent inhibitor. You will form a covalent bond with the serine. Okay. And then you can see the silver one, it fits the pocket very well. You can see it mimics this part also very well, this part also very well. You know the COVID can mutate and mutate. So there are labs, they try to see if they use this inhibitor. After some time, will COVID, the virus mutate again or not? Okay, so they did some studies or some experiments, and then they found out that the COVID could mutate again until this inhibitor cannot bind that strongly. Alright, so that one is the H82 lah. So we open this as well. This one. Oh, I haven't finished the slide. Okay, this is the slide. Alright. Oh, just now we finished this one. That's why I haven't gone to this one. Stop here. So this one, nematrelvir. I haven't done this one. That's why I wonder you cannot understand. Oops. We try to finish in 10 more minutes. Alright, if you work fast. So this is Paxlovid. Paxlovid is a drug developed by Pfizer, which contains two drugs inside, nematrelvir and ritonavir, for treating mild to moderate COVID-19. Okay, this is the structure. So nematrelvir, it forms a covalent bond with cysteine 145. Just now we see already, as well as favorable FO interactions with the protease. Okay. So 7S19, we see this already. Okay, then there are studies. They study on the nematrelvir resistant, and then they found out that when you take this 166V, E166V, when it's mutated, the E, what is E? Glutamic acid. When glutamic acid is 166 is mutated to V value, then in MPRO, it will give the strongest resistance, but also impairs the replicative fitness. Okay, so this one, this is the mutant. Now we see this one. You know KM, how strong the substrate. The lower the better. How fast the reaction. You see this mutation, you compare this mutation with the wild type, you see the Km from 39 increase to 85. Actually for us it's not very big difference, it just increase maybe double only. Okay, so the affinity decrease a little bit, double. But the KCAT reduce very fast, a lot, about 10 times, 0.05 to 0.8, almost 10 times. 0.08, more than 10 times. Okay, and then activity. So for this mutation, actually it's only 3% activity of this one. So this cannot cleave the substrate so well. It only has 3% of the natural activity, the native activity. Then what is fold? What is IC50? You know IC50? IC50 is the concentration for this. This is what nematrelvir is, the inhibitor. So this is the concentration needed to inhibit half of the enzyme. It's called IC50. So for this case, let's say it's the IC50 is X. So when they compare with this E66V, the concentration of the nematrelvir is 200 times more. It's about 200 times X. It means what? It means nematrelvir, you use X concentration is enough to inhibit the but for this one, you need more, 200 times more. So it means it is more resistant already. Because we need to add more inhibitor in order to inhibit this one. So we know that the virus, it can mutate. It will lose its activity, only 3%, but it doesn't mean it lose all activity. It still can cleave, not so, it still can cleave, but at the same time, it's resistant to this one already. So maybe after some time, the drug will the S1 side lah. Binding of another two mutation with these two mutation this will increase this mutation alone compared to wild type is more or less the same 130% 100% not much difference. But when this mutation is combined with this mutation, double mutation, this double mutation is these two. You can see when double mutation, at least the activity is increased double from 3% to 6%. Okay, and still you need 100 times more of the drug. So for this double mutation, it is resistant as well as more evolve until it's resistant to the drug, then it can further evolve again to increase its activity, extra activity. This mutation about 74, but when you have double the mutation, times more resistant, and the activity is also increased from this 3% to 6%. So, in 3 months time, the COVID come out with another new mutations. Actually it's a comparison different. It means like you need the same amount of inhibitor. It's just one. That's the same. What is more significant? You can see it's like about 1%, like fold change 1% is nothing. But you see 200% or 100%. So it's very little only when you compare both structures. It's only here. This is 166 E166. E is glutamic acid. Okay, glutamic acid is changed to leucine. Just one, then you can see like a bit difference, only a few difference. But then this glutamic acid actually is binding to the inhibitor as well. Okay. So like, because without this hydrogen bond, somehow the activity, the binding decrease so much until you need like 200 folds, 200 times more concentration to inhibit the proteins. For this one actually it's very subtle. No. When I look at this, I also feel like it can have such a big impact. And even like this leucine, when you change to leucine, this also can bind to the P1. This one is also important for binding to P1. That's why when you mutate this one into leucine is this one, then this is the P1. You can see this actually sort of can bind to P1. So without this, the leucine actually but this is enough to reduce the activity until 3%. It's quite big. This form a dimer. This actually can also bind to another dimer, another monomer. Okay. Okay, so for this lesson, you just need to write a report. Position, it position everything together to attack the bond. It can position the residue properly, and it can position the what? The substrate properly to be cleaved. This substrate actually you can see it draw like this one, but not stable one. This conformation is not stable, but the enzyme can stabilize it, can force the substrate to take a less comfortable conformation to expose the bond so it can cleave it. You see here? So one enzyme, there are many techniques the enzyme is taking. First, you have the base and the acid properly positioned. Next, you position the substrate, you expose it, expose the bond, for example. And then the third one, the intermediate, you also have something to stabilize the intermediate. Okay, this is the intermediate, like just now the oxyanion hole. Oxyanion hole is the one that stabilizes the intermediate. Okay. And you also have the hydrogen there. So there are several methods. This is breeding. Then another one is additive breeding. Something like this one. It brings two subjects together. It's more like the base and acid. So, yeah. Oh, it has this side, it has that side. Okay. Then you can speculate, okay. Oh, it can buy this one, buy that. It can recognize one. Oh, you also need to recognize, for example, a glutamic acid. Then oh, you can click like this, like that. Then at the same time, you can do a lot of things. It's command line for me. The what super. And I work in Spring 8. Spring 8 is a convenient no internet. Spring 8 inside there the sync control for solving X-ray structure. I work there as a postdoc. It's a big facility. You can see images. It's a circle, the building is a circle. Inside is very big. Spring 8. It's like this one. This is where I did my postdoc lah. Inside is a circle, it's very big, so you know how we move inside? We cycle inside. We have bicycles inside, we cycle. This is where this one, then this one, all this small room, inside they generate the very strong X-ray. So we go inside the X-ray, and then we go inside the room, and then we work. The traveling like this one, circle. So you can go like this one. Morning and it's moving like this one. So there are many stations here. Many small rooms are many stations. So to make something, emergency, you have to press a button. You can stop with background flow. Other people all can work. Whole center.
Someone who calls
啊，这不是给你的啊？还好，没有吃，为啥？对我后面会更大的。哦，sorry。哎，我跟你说，啊，15号不是蛮好的。
发现原来是放，我哪一个因为我可能没法放，没法看，这个里面属于基本上是用重的。但你在上课后，哦，我都不知道现在该跟哪个老师说。还是还是会的。这台赛看多少？但是它贵啊。
我是超超美，这边的一个就放好，可以放我找个。我知道，我感觉到我关节的有点痛。
下面在这里。
但我这买到，就是我关它里面首先哇，是。
不减。
With the mutation 1G116.
But for your example,
Yeah.
because virus never.
Oh, you didn't put the command. Where's the super info? The super. You have to do this one, and then you copy this. Copy this one, and you also change the. Then another is 43221. Then another command 3 on 1. This is like what? 2 on 1. Let's touch the fingers. So she find the then you copy this, then you change 2 to 3. Then 3. This one. Okay? So anyone going out now? Can I follow you? Because I don't have to cut to go out. Alright.
要一起去，然后他没有回的。